leadership roles is twofold. One thing, you learn how to manage things, and the second thing is it teaches you to understand different cultures, different behaviors of people, but always important to put all these differences behind a common vision.
If I were asked to describe Christian in one word, it would definitely be passionate, because he is most passionate about what he's doing, about his job, about the meetings industry, so that is definitely the word I would pick.
The word integrity occurs to me, because when you're doing business with Christian, when you're working with him as a colleague, say in an ICA setting, or on a committee, where we did client business together, his word was good. When he said, I will do or I cannot do, you knew that he meant exactly what he said. There was no shade of meaning. There was nothing that you had to go beyond and interpret. There was integrity built into the individual.
Hyperactive. He's always running up and down, working hard, and if he doesn't have something to do, he's creating a new thing to work. So he's very funny, I will say, in that way. He's hyperactive at all.
I think our credo at the office is that you should have fun and you should work. And you mustn't have so much fun that you don't do your business anymore, but I think at the end of the day, we are like a family and we have a lot of fun during our daily work.
Laughing a lot, having a lot of fun, not taking everything too much serious, but at the same time clearly focused on visions and targets.
The lasting contribution which Christian has provided to this industry is hard to pick, because I think it's an ongoing process. He still contributes every day. Most and foremost, probably the success story of the Vienna Convention Bureau, where we are at the moment.
I think Christian will leave a number of lasting contributions in the industry. The biggest one probably is going to be his role in obtaining good quality statistics and economic data on the...
You know, looking at Christian's career and thinking of the way that the industry has moved, I think that Christian has been a real shaker in the area of globalization, and that was always a pet of mine. And it's probably one of the reasons why early on Christian and I related so well. We could see that the future, this one specific segment of the hospitality industry, really had to move into the area of globalization, a sharing of ideas worldwide.
He likes to share that knowledge with young people, but not only with young people, also with all kind of people in different regions. And you know, that is not common in our, I will say, in our industry. People want to keep the knowledge by themselves and they don't want to share it. But Christian is all the contrary. He's always sharing the knowledge, and I appreciate that so well.
One of his lasting contributions to the meeting industry, I think, speaking for the more younger generation, is all his support he gives for educating the young generation in the meetings industry. He's supportive to his own staff to get all the proper education, but also he teaches at several universities and he's always open to share all his knowledge.
I think looking back, the most single contribution to the industry was my cooperation, my support for the meeting industry measurement tool we implemented finally 3 years ago for the global industry. I believe that this industry will look completely differently as compared to today. With all the technology and all the change of behavior of individuals, we will probably face a complete different type of meeting industry in 25 years than we have it today.
There's one story that will always stick in my memory, and it was the ICA Congress, the last one where he was president and he was about to step down. The camera crew who were doing some film work at the Congress went round and interviewed delegates, many of whom had known him for years and years, and asked them a simple question. They said, "What is the name of the current ICA president?" And then they filmed people as they tried to pronounce Christian Mutschlechner.
The legacy Christian leaves behind, I believe he initiated a lot of things. He was one of the first ones who said, for example, that if you work in a convention bureau, you really have to have statistics. And he started with statistics in the convention bureau, which we today really are very, very proud of. And it's not simple statistics, it's a booklet we print every year with all our figures and our success figures actually. And that's one thing I think he will leave behind, that whenever he does something, it's like he does it in a very, very special way, because he says we have to do this.
I think being inducted into the Hall of Leaders is the jewel in the crown, if I may use a cliche. Christian has received a lot of awards in the past 2 years. He's been named to a high position. He's been recognized by his industry at home and abroad. But this, which brings the entire international community together and saying, Christian, we know that you are a man of substance. We know that you are an individual of leadership. That is why you are here. And I feel that that's the way he's going to think about it, and he deserves it.
One of the legacies Christian will leave behind is the many people that he inspired and who he supported to get involved in the meetings industry.
On a global perspective, it's quite positive for me that as a European I'm inducted to the Hall of Leaders.